is strange that anyone would have built a star map here. The ocean floor is vast, and much of it is uncharted, even by the native Selkath. But how could Revan and Malak... No doubt things will become more clear once we discover this...
Yes, what? I already told you, he betrayed us. Well, there is more to it. I'm sure you don't want to hear it. It's just that I don't talk about it. I told you about my homeworld, Telos. 4 years ago, Saul led the Sith fleet there and demanded its... I had a wife and a son on Telos. I thought that we didn't have enough medical supplies. The colony was burning and the dying were everywhere. I remember... Of course not, how could you? I had nothing left after that, really. I devoted myself to the fleet. I miss them. And I know killing Saul won't bring them back. And it won't make... I don't expect you to understand, but I have to pay him back for what he's done. She had courage, and she was stubborn. And she hated it when I signed back onto the fleet at the start of the war. I had planned on... His name was Dustil, and I don't know what happened to him. The colony was I made inquiries and followed the reports from Tilo. Anyway, I hope that answers your questions. Let's,
How can I help? Am I so transparent? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, considering our bond. In our time together, I've been watching you. You are a true servant of the light. You follow the tenets of the Jedi Order despite... For me, it has always been a constant battle. Don't you find it difficult at all? You make it... And that's enough for you. If only it were as easy for me. I've always struggled for control over my passions. I've always been too quick to anger, too quick... I've often dreamed that I might be able to confront Darth Malak myself. I dream I can use... I just think about all the evil that the Sith have caused, and I get so furious. Yes, of course, you're right. I have to remember my training. The very thought that I could become as evil as Malak, I just can't fathom it. I shouldn't even be asking you this. The Jedi teachings are clear. Who am I to question them? Even... These are dangerous thoughts. The indulgence of a vain mind. How can I help? How may I be... What did...
Yeah, what are you... You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the galactic senators deign to give...
The senators work for the good of the whole galaxy.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get...
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum! If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We...
Yeah, what are you... Oh, I apologize. Well, these damn Sith are everywhere on Manan, pushing us Republic citizens around, trying to go... Yeah, the Selkath want to maintain their neutrality in this war we're fighting with the Sith. So we just have to sit here and let the Sith insult us, and we can't raise a hand against them. Otherwise, the Republic will face severe Kolto export restrictions. I'm sorry, but everyone knows what Kolto is. It's the most powerful healing agent in the galaxy. I would have died several times myself if we didn't have this stuff handy. But the reason it's important here is that Kolto is only found naturally on Manan. So, we sit here on the surface, the Selkath harvesting what Kolto bubbles up from the bottom of the ocean. Well, us and the Sith, of course. The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling Kolto to everyone that needs it, and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of Kolto on the planet if anyone... But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. They're probably... Is there anything else? Of course. Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the... Have a pleasant stay.
Got something on your mind? You got yourself a fast little ship? I'd forgotten what engine sounded like. Or it could be for the free food. What's the gunk that comes out of the... I'm old, damn it. I'm allowed to be enigmatic when I want. You know, you remind me of someone else I knew ages ago. Oh, very funny. Is it my fault that some people... Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, Andor Vex was his name. I did. Just because someone has the Force swirling about them doesn't always mean they have a... Well, it turned out that poor Andor believed a wee bit too much in the infallibility. I don't know. Are you overconfident? I hadn't noticed. Let's see. Oh yes, Andor's downfall. I was pretty young myself when it happened. Well, let's just say that I was a strapping young lad with a full head of hair. I was just about to abandon Andor to whatever the Force intended for him when it... Now, you've probably never heard of the Dimians, but at the time, they were a nasty... Krat has us hauled onto the bridge of his ship for questioning. Of course he did. Haven't you been listening? Well, Andor decides that his destiny makes him invulnerable and starts making all sorts... Krat decides he's had enough and begins crushing Andor's neck. I told the boy he should have kept his mouth shut. Finally, Krat has enough of Andor and tosses him aside into this giant... Maybe Andor hit something sensitive on the way down or just didn't agree. Everyone panics and I run, barely making it to the ship in time to change the political course of the entire sector for centuries. What? Are you kidding? What are the odds? You should do so well as to be sucked into the engine of some evil Sith Lord. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, I can't talk now. I've got to get this Kolto loaded up before my shift is...
How can I help?
Sure.
Hey, stranger! Mysterious stranger! Wow, look at you! A Jedi! I'm glad to see you made it off Terrace alive. Things were pretty bad when the Sith started their bombardment. But I guess... Oh, there was a handful of us who made it out. The lucky ones. I survived by breaking into the military base over... Well, when the bombing started, the Sith sent down a bunch of autopiloted ships to evacuate soldiers from the planet. I saw a Sith patrol was approaching from the other side, getting ready to board. When they saw me, they all pulled their blasters, but it'd take... Well, to tell the truth, they didn't actually take the Sith out. The building fell on them. A chunk of building, actually. So there I was, all alone and standing by this empty evacuation ship. The ship had all the Sith launch codes programmed in, so I didn't have to worry about being blasted from the sky. I just played it cool and tried to fly. In the confusion of the bombing, nobody paid any attention to my one little ship. I've decided to become a mercenary. Came here looking for work. I heard the Republic was hiring. But they'd heard of me. Seems like everybody's heard of me. The legend of Deadeye Duncan. I have no idea. All I know is that if I don't find some way to shake my reputation soon, I'm gonna have to find... You're a Jedi now, so you probably won't be doing much dueling anymore, right? So the name Mysterious Stranger I mean, if everyone's heard of Deadeye Duncan, then they probably heard of the Mysterious Stranger, but nobody knows anything. If I say I'm the Mysterious Stranger, who's gonna know? There'll be celebrity tours, maybe some endorsements. I could milk this thing for... What do you say? Fame? Celebrity? You don't need that. You're... Really? You mean it? Oh, this is great. No more jokes, no more snickering. Thanks a lot, Anyway, I should be going.
Enough time to listen to your stories. We've got a full shipment of Colto ready to... We've got all the proper Colto trading permits, so back off!
Oscar! Obey the laws here on Manan, human.
I heard the Sith are trying to work on a synthetic version of Kolto. I wouldn't be surprised if the Republic was too.
Jolie, may I have a moment?
Yep, I figured it was only a matter of time until we had the whole come back to the order discussion.
I know you have issues with the Order, but you are a Jedi,
Well, I've managed to avoid it the last 20 years or so. Besides, light side... I want to stop Malak as much as anyone. But I don't have to join the Order to do it. Look at Karth, or Kandarak. The capacity for good or evil, like the Force itself, is in all living creatures. And belonging to...
I see you were quite adamant. No doubt you have ample time to think on this during your long seclusion. I guess it was foolish of me to think I'd...
Yeah, I'm old and stubborn. But I appreciate the effort. But from now on, you can just think of me...
Your precious Republic's days are numbered. It won't be long.
Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core world.
You're a fool. When the Sith descend on Coruscant, our numbers will block out.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve.
That can be arranged. Remember what happened to...
He wouldn't.
Now it is you.
Kakinja nawabakaon, pichage borang, chiwi aita ka chong chicha, agi uko tune, chuna tong hitwama aki uko tune, kotong hitwama ki aki uko tu. Diska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, namora na wiki smak. Kakinja nawabakaon, pichage borang turang, nada cha. Achua penti, yun patisa, dijuba, chiwi ai, chiwa aita kang, chiwi aita ka chong chicha, agi uko tune, diska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smak, tong hitwama aki uko tune, kotong hitwama ki aki uko. Chiwa aita kang ki. Con mulis limo po iwan. Laboda na winki smak toma. Jiska da soki kupa da tuka ulwan. Laboda na winki smak toma. Jiska da soki kupa bona na.
You Republic... What's this? Another Republic lackey wandering the streets? I have nothing more to say to you.
How much for all this stuff, Tybark?
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha.
Thanks, Tybark. Catch you next time. Now I gotta get back to my post at the Republic Embassy. My break is...
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi uko tune chuna muri just cronky to patslimo. Chi achua penti. Yun patisa. Tong hidwama.
Sorry, buddy, but ever since the murder, the Selkath have made me keep this place locked. This old Republic war hero by the name of... Well, they were seeing each other, but the other night a blast... But not everyone thinks this Sunry did it. So this... But enough about my...
Got something on your... Manaan's an unusual place. Not for its war... And that's about all I got.
Welcome to Manaan. I'm Roland Wan. As the official representative, Kolto is a precious resource. Its healing powers are near. As long as we have the permits, we will continue to harvest Kolto and ship it to our Republic soldiers battling against. If there was some way we could gain an edge over the... But the Selkath are fiercely protective of their neutrality. Oh, of course. Of course I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only an ancient and forgotten race. Well, perhaps. But if you want to get information about... We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Otto City, and it was... But while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Selkath authorities for some reason we've not determined. And we're able to... The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith embassy here on Manan. Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not, that is what we would ask. There are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner. We think he may be able to give us the... He has proved most... We managed to pick up a crate of... The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. The Sith have got the Selkath to give them exclusive use. Visiting Sith Masters use this bait. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a pass card. The Sith base itself is very heavily guarded. Here's a pass card to get you inside our... You can choose whichever of the methods you want as long... You'll need luck for that one. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data...
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? This is our main computer room here. We have been able to... The encryption... Most... But I've ruined a dozen since rope...
This street is for Sith only. You gotta... Hiding behind the Selkath laws.
We might have a position within the Sith organization for one such as you.
Your offer is pretty good, but I've heard some nasty...
This is war. In war, certain distasteful acts cannot be avoided. But ask yourself this, when we win this war, would you rather be against the Sith or with us?
You make a good point. And I've never turned down a job that pays up front.
Eh?
「
There's a lot of credits to be made in the Republic in times like these.
You got any armor plating for my spook bike? I thought this garbage was free. You actually sell it? Don't worry, Junkman. When I want...
Only people who have business with the Sith are... Ha! We know who we have business with. If you don't know how to... Go.
I have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic.
Takom justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chuai. Tonghai tuam jiji yumalit pa ang yinkotu. Tolba da bunkwalya gando da takom justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chuai thou donga. Tolba. Kachi chuai thou donga. Yinkin kuno bamulirachi. Takom justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chuai thou donga. Tolbada tonghai tuam jiji yumalit pa ang yinkotu. Tolbada bunkwalya. Tonghai tuam jiji yumalit pa ang yinkotu. Tolba kabatumpa kunpa yiyamoka pata. Mutanay kachu. Takom justak miki grabel mogo.
Kipuna na bonsha.
Tom nong bong chang yung yang. Tom katogs bakteria. Jawana bota ayuak tahonga chakanki dora. Kachi kuita hodonga. Topa da bungwalya gando do nano chuchut. Musha papangpa bola wana chikne. Bamuli slemo poda wanga kunbes mulira rabes. Chiska du suki gumba na bona na gachu. Agto inkotu. Topa da bungwalya gando nago chuchut. Kabachi kuita hodonga. Yalamo inkatun. Jiloba mulira ni bobo. Wango kumbes gang ba mamarulira. La boda. Jawana bot. Chiska ubaba yatuka.
I hope you're here to play some Pazak. I don't come here looking for sparkling conversation.
Mucha shak pangpa.
La boda ni jawa chiska jawa la boda kuya ya. Ubaba tu. La boda.
Kakincha na pap. Kakinja nawabakaon.
Babadu. Babad. Puska. Babadu. Babadu Koji. Nabodani. Babadu Koji. Let's
Mucho shot. Taco. Mucho. Mucho shot pakat. Ki.
Ubapatu kochi. Jawana bota la boda ni winki smack toma. Tiska kuyami. Ubapatu kochi. Yatuka ulwan kinku.
China pala mu bo. Talabushan omnang. Wanga kun biskin. Mucho shak. Mokau dang yafoki.
Yatuka ulwan kinkuna ba murira kuyami juskuna jitanai. Ina kunma la boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun best ching ubapatu kochi. Tong nong bong chang nung yang. Tong.
Kakincha nawabag chiwi aita kacho. Chiwa aita kang chiwi aita kat. Tong hi. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Chiwa aita kang kicha.
Yatuka ulwan kinkuna ba murira. Kuyami juskuna chitanai. La boda ni winkisma. Uba patu konchi. Tong nong bong chang yung. Yatuka ulwan kinkuna ba mu kuyami juskuna chitanai. Ina kun la boda ni winkisma toma. Wana uba patu konchi. Tong nong bong chang yung yang.
I saw you beat them other pretenders at the Pazak turn. Think you're pretty hot stuff. Well, so clear.
Yatuka ulwan kinkuna ba kuyami juskuna chitanai. Ina kun la boda ni winkisma toma. Wana kun uba patu konchi. Tong nong bong chang yung.
I am skew.
Yatuka ulwan kinkuna ba mu kuyabi juskuna jiktanai. Inaku La boda ni winki smak toma. Wanakun bes jingba ma rulira. Tok Yatuka ulwan kinkuna ba murira. Rachikun. Much uba patu konchi. Tong nong bong chang nu. Yatuka ulwan kinkuna ba murira. Rachikun. Uba patu konchi. Tong nong bong chang. Yatuka ulwan kinkuna ba murira. Rachikun. Kuyabi juskuna jiktanai. Inakun mama rulira. La boda ni winki smak toma. Wanakun bes jing kuyabi juskuna jiktanai. Inakun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Jawana bota ayuhata honga chakanki dora. Kachiku. Uba patu konchi. Tong long bong chang nu yan. Tong patok smak delia.
You have won a great victory today.
What do you want? I don't waste time with fans. So if this is about an wait a minute. You're no fan. You're the racer. Don't get snippy with it. Yes?
Yes?
What?
I don't know how much longer I can stay on this world. Hey, I'm working here.
We've got all the proper culto trading.
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath.
Why? Whatever.
It's horrible, Jolie.
Murder?
It's all a mistake, Jolie.
Calm down, Laura.
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him.
Don't worry, Laura. We'll get to...
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't...
Don't worry. Got something on your mind. What? You think because I'm a hermit, I've always been a hermit? The man could have changed a lot in that span of time, though. He was a good man. Put me up in his home for a year back after. I wouldn't mind helping them.
I doubt the Republic would be involved in anything illegal. Still.
Be careful here, kid. Start poking your nose in a place that...
Did I tell you I'm a fan? I hope you're here to play some Pazak. I don't come here... So...
I am not for hire. Perhaps the Mandalore...
For a while, the Republic were...
If you're here to offer me a job, maybe...
I have no desire to speak to you. I know you...
You're new around here, aren't you? My name's Duan. Care to buy a Sith girl a drink? Well, some of the soldiers like to go and bet on the swoops on their day. It isn't easy here, you know. Not with all the... but I don't really want to talk about... We Sith are interested in a lot of things. If you're... but I don't really want... Come on, seems... Oh, it's you again. Didn't think I probably should cut back on the drinking. But it's a good way to... but I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have... use some kind of history. It is deep, but I... Come on, seems...
The Republic respects the peace of Otto City, Your Honor. But if the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not... I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair... They were provoked, Your... If it weren't for the Republic, Manan...
I suppose your Sunry's only hope. Yes, but it almost seems too heavily. Speaking of that injury... Jolie! The Lord sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you up.
Just like old times, Ed.
You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well.
The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence, there aren't any witnesses. All that Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened, but I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Anything else I can help you with? Go ahead. How would they know? I heard some of the witnesses said that too, but I swear... I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people to get... You should ask everyone about that.
Very well. Once you've gotten enough...
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter. Sunry is... He's a criminal.
That's true. I'd forgotten about that. Let's not forget. I'm a Jedi, and one who is living alone.
And there's no way he would do something. Find the...
I'm here.
Yes?
You there. I don't recognize you. I don't recognize you. And I know Commander Gran. Report to the... You authorized this. I don't know them. And there are...
What? Sound the alarm!
I'm here.
What?
So big! The Force fights with me!
Take that!
I'm here.
And you need...
What can I do? Yes?
Yes?
You cannot win. I'm here. There, take that. So be it. I'm here.
unoccupied chambers. Warning. 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 Warning.
I'm here.
Sure.
Now you get it. Not this again! Not this again! And you need?
Sure.
What can I do?
Sure.
You cannot win.
Yes?
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 What can I do?
Sure.
There.
How did you get in here?
Wait. Lord Malak was most... Well, let me... See? What did I tell?
As you wish, my eager prince.
I'm here.
Yes, certainly you must have heard of the destruction of town. You have been saved from more than you know. Given time, the Sith would have... Yes?
Yes?
What can I do?
Yes?
How can I help? Yes, I did end that quite abruptly, didn't I? Perhaps a master could have addressed my questions with it. Part of my purpose on this mission was to guide you in the way of the light. To help you. I don't think I'm the proper Jedi to guide you. I'm not... Perhaps you're not being truly objective then. The fact of the matter is, I have never possessed much skill at controlling myself. You have maintained the path of the light side, but it has been It's kind of you to say, but I think the evidence speaks for itself. I simply hope that you are not the one who pays the price. That's a kinder response than I deserve. And you continue to be there for me, don't you? Even after you're like no man I've known before. And you're nothing like what I expected you to be after I need time to think about all this. Things that we should continue on with our mission for now. How can I help?
Hey, Tyberg, how's it going? Ah, glad to hear it. Hey, this stuff's all for the Republic. I always shop here. Tyvark's prices are...
You're the one defending Sunri now, huh? The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. No, I don't think so. No way. That's a lot of money. All right, I'll do it. I'll tell the Selkath that he left.
I know you want to help Sunri, but we should not...
Now, was there anything... Alasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. It doesn't take a genius to... The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunri... Sure, Sunri left before... Do you need to know? There were only 2 other people in the hotel. Normally, I don't let his kind in here. The other is a regular named Feareth Meat. Don't know anything about... Anything else? Well...
You with the Selkath? I told the damn fish everything I... Sunri, I only heard of once or two. Kept the rest of the building up half the night. Yes, she rented a room every week or so. Coincidentally, it was right about the same time that... I'm not saying anything like that. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for person... Oh, well... Well, one time, I saw Alasa coming in wearing this big cloak. But this time, I accidentally brushed... Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. It seems so. But now, that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify. You were... I was in my room, minding my own business, with the latest... Being still alive, and therefore smart enough not to stick... You can't tell me that someone who was running like that, and he... Yeah... You were... I wasn't expecting guests, and I don't want any. I prefer to make my credits gambling, but I never turn my... Hey, here's an idea. Why don't you ask the mercs? Better yet, you don't waste my time. Hey, here's an idea. Why don't you... They don't bother me, and I don't bother... You don't waste my time. They don't bother me, and I don't... You don't waste... So...
What can I do?
Sure.
Chiki kun selka, Jona mulira ton glupor kimba no kun nek lorcha. Glupor ton hit wanaji selkat agi inko tune glupor mulira, Jona mulira, tonk glupor kipa non kun nek sit abog. Glupor chi itakangki chana kilikon. Glupor nibo jimata wipun nage. Tong abang sun cham u glupor ninong. Glupor tong hit wamaji. Glupor picha ge borang turang. Glupor wangki. Kun mulira tong abang sun cham glupor ninong kili. Glupor sha. Glupor pampa ki mulira. Tong itzalkat wamaji kona. Glupor chachopa. Glupor. Tong itwamaji human act.
You, Jedi.
I hear you're investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you? This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunry and Elassa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other. You can see the journey. I'm saying, if you want to get to the bottom of this murder... No, of course not. You would have to be... Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
Have you managed to retrieve the data? And now for your information. We are not supposed to speak of this, but since you are a Jedi, as you know, the Republic is fighting for its very existence against the evil of the Sith Empire. We need much in the way of supplies and material. Manan is the sole source of Kolto, the most powerful medical substance in the galaxy. Frankly, we need as much of it as we can get. The Selkath conservatives, with their neutrality treaties, seek to treat the Sith and the Republic equally. This includes Kolto exports, but a few more far-sighted Selkath see that if the Sith are ever allowed to win, the galaxy will be plunged into darkness, and there would be nothing to stop them from taking Manan anyway, so we made a deal. We recently began construction of a secret underground facility to harvest Kolto directly at its source. We also hope to one day be able to synthesize it effectively. Current techniques are insufficient for the task, so we must mine it for now. The amount we take would hardly be noticed, since most is lost naturally before it reaches the surface anyway. We were nearing completion of the base when the digging teams reported some sort of obstruction. Transmissions from the base were cut off abruptly. As you may have noticed, we're hiring a lot of mercenaries around here. Ostensibly, they're to be... When we lost contact with the station in the Rackard Rift, we sent our contingent of Republic soldiers. We've tried hiring mercenaries and sending them down as well, but none of the reason we really sent that droid underwater, and the reason, but now that we have the data back, our operation is in no danger. I took the liberty of having a submarine prepared for your departure. Merely use this card to get past the door. It has been programmed to take you down to the station. I would send soldiers to assist you, but we've lost many of ours, and nearly exhausted the mercenary population. The Sith have also noted our interest. Please, find out what happened to the facility. There may be some good luck here.
What?
Colto, perhaps? Hey, kid. It was a good thing you did there.
That was a truly noble act.
Got something on you? No. Elusive? Me elusive? At any rate, I already told you why I wanted to bed! How many kilometer-high trees can you find them interesting before you... And then there's all the critters in the Shadowlands. I'm just happy. You got a smart mouth on you there, you know that? I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. But when you came along and I saw the destiny you had been... Of course not. Weren't you... But... You've not... Know me, Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as... Whether you'll follow the same path remains... Oh, stop it. One thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind... Or at least it would
How can I help?
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial. My heart... Of course not. Yes. Yes, he was having an affair. He was seeing that Sith woman. After all these years we've been together, he just dropped me like that. He started seeing Alasa last year. But even though I'm sure that harlot was only using him, I know he couldn't have killed her. He came and confessed to the affair to me. He said he was going there to break it off. Maybe the Sith woman attacked him, but even though he cheated on me, inside he's still the man I love. That was a long time ago, in a war. Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. I hear you've been... Lies! It must be! I knew the Sith... Fine.
When I get out of here, you're dead!
Jolie, coming to check in on an old man?
Soon, old friend. We don't... Oh, I grow weary of staring at these four... Go ahead. A Rodian? I didn't know there were any Rodians on Manan. Okay, so maybe there are a whole bunch of Rodians on Manan. The evidence of a Sith conspiracy keeps getting... Go ahead, ask. How would they know? You should...
Well, you know I was having... Well, I can tell you it wasn't easy. She was. Found out later she'd been murdered when... But let's look at the... Alassa was brutally killed. Think about that. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. I hope you can... Anything else I can help you with? So the truth is out. I never meant to kill her, you know. When I found out, she didn't know I had found out. So I waited until she fell asleep. And then I killed her. They found the illegal monitoring device that the Sith had planted in the room. The Sith must have been spying on me and Alassa, trying to make sure she wasn't a double agent. So they planted their own evidence. Alassa must... I just thought I'd misplaced it. But when the cross turned up on her body, You think I'm some kind of monster, don't you? All I did was kill a Sith. That's different, Sunry, and you know it. I don't see how the two of us are any different. She was a spy. She was using me. If I confess, I'm looking at 20... No, I can't do that. And put the Republic's supply of Kolto in danger. No, if you turn me in...
Sunry, this is wrong and you know...
You do whatever you have to, Jory. No, I'll rot in here if I have to.
It is an honor, and I will see Sunry.
The man I saw leaving, Sunry, left before I heard the blaster shot.
Impossible! You are Firith Me, the well-known Pazak player. Of course. Firith Me, what did you...
Well, I came out into the hallway after hearing the blaster shot.
A very obvious point, Your Honors. The accused...
Yes, from what I could tell, she carried a lightsaber under that cloak of hers.
Objection! That doesn't prove she was...
You mean actually see him kill her with my own eyes? Well, no, but I don't think there could have been...
Glupor the Rhodian, you were staying in the hotel the night of the murder and saw Sunry leaving Alassa's room, didn't you? This is clear, then. That's...
Glupor.
Don't do it, Glupor.
Lupor kang kintabig ni
Lies! Slut!
Lupor. Lupor tang himwa majik lupor aki ukotun si. Lupor no mulira chuni mulira tang sunri. Kimba no konik dota. Chubaka chupak lupor. Shawa wis.
You, Elora, are Sunry's lawful wife. He was crippled in that war. Do you not believe he'd blame the Sith for his injury?
Yes.
And there you have motive. Sunry...
Yes. Yes, it was true.
It seems painfully obvious that he killed her to keep her quiet.
He'd been seeing her for some time, I think. He'd gone there that night to end it. We talked the night before and but now things have become...
I wish to call... Are you a war hero, Mr. Sunry? You fought in wars against...
Yes, that's right. And I don't...
Indeed. Would you say that you...
Of course I hate them. Trying to take over the galaxy every chance they get, killing millions of innocent...
Pure politics. Were you in Alasa's...
Well, yes, I had been having an affair with Alasa, my wife, yes.
You were having an affair with a Sith. You wanted to end it quick...
No,
I think we can see the answer.
Yes, I think they would. They wouldn't want to lose one of their sources, even though I didn't give them anything. They might have killed her for her failure. Or they might have...
The Sith Empire is not the Bob... I think the facts in this case are very straightforward. Witnesses saw Sunry fleeing the scene. I am confident that any informed Oh, that doesn't mean a thing. He was... The Sith would not leave the medal of her killer clutched in her hand. Your Honors!
Elora, thank you for saving me. I don't know how... I and the Republic will not forget what you've done for us. Thank you. Got something on your innocence. I don't know what to... But that has little to do with the law, doesn't it? Sad state. I don't want to talk about this. Got something.
How can I help?
How did you get in? Did they send another No! No, we have no time! We have to leave now! I managed to close the door after they killed everyone. The Selkath, they went crazy. They started killing anything that moved. I was one of the mercs the Republic sent down here to find out what happened. We came down and secured the first couple of rooms, and the Selkath came out, screaming and... They swarmed out and over us. There was no way we could stop. So we ran. But hardly any of us made it. I locked the sharks. The Feroxa out there, and worse. I heard an explosion. Back to the surface, yes. No, we can't leave until you do something. Blow up the entire station, maybe. But all the machinery and stuff is in the southern half, and that's been flooded. There might still be environmental suits. No! I locked the door so the Selkath... If you go in there, if you want to die, then go. You won't hear me mourning for you.
Yes?
What?
Let's see what you've got.
What can I do?
Yes?
Yes?
There.
Got it.
You cannot win.
Who's there? All my companions.
They looked wrong.
Oh, I'd have gone. I discovered a way. It's got an emergency. I figured my sides. I'm heading out. We should probably stay.
Come on, hurry up. Don't just stand there, we have to keep moving. The water is filled with cow!
I'm here.
Yes?
Sure.
No, you can't come in here. You'll let the Firax... I won't let you open the door for those monsters to get in. I'll stop.
Kill them!
60 seconds to complete the pressurization.
Yes?
54 seconds to complete the pressurization.
What?
48 seconds to complete the pressurization. 42 seconds to complete the pressurization.
No. The Firax... I'm sorry for what I did. I don't know what came over me. I just...
We're both just scared.
When the Cellcath went crazy, I thought everyone else except me and Sammy went mad.
The Firax and sharks just tore them apart.
The next thing we knew, our Cellcath researchers started screaming and clawing at every...
How horrible. I can only...
Sammy and me...
We thought everyone... I must have been hysterical. I don't know what I could...
I'm Kono Nolan, and this is Sammy. We had a secret agreement with the moderates in the Cellcath government.
Those thugs would wipe out the whole damn planet just to get it.
So the Republic approached them about making this secret installation to... But all that went...
We don't know.
The work teams were outside in the rift, near the...
This monster...
It was a Firaxa shark, I think. Bigger than anything I'd ever...
It was like it was screaming and...
Then, all the Cellcath... It was like they couldn't control themselves. Like this...
Well, maybe it was protect...
It could have been. Like, and also...
And all those...
Which would be what? The Firaxan sharks have always...
We were working on a soluble chemical compound...
Oh,
No! The one we test...
Which is exactly what...
But we don't know...
We know... You don't need to do anything else. We have a canister of the... All you need... Get away...
Well, the monster seems to have been driven out by the machinery we installed at the edge of the rift. I think if you could destroy the machinery we installed, you can reprogram the harvesting machines to overpressure their self-oxidizing fuel, so that the hydrolium gas we use is a gas at 1 to 3 million Sangin, a liquid at about 4 million Sangin. If you inject enough of the hydrolium gas into...
But we'll lose every...
It's better than whatever your chemical will do to the water. Good. Destroying the machinery will be better in the long run. We can't risk damaging the environment. You'll have to break into the computer on the harvesting machine and fiddle with the fuel injectors to get the tank pressure up to the point where the hydrolium... Once the machinery is gone...
That won't work and you know it. You know what you have...
I just hope you make... I can feel it.
Yes.
Yes?
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 And you need?
What?
Yes?
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 Got something on you. Did I say that? Strange the tricks. Didn't I say that my past was my affair? You don't see me I'm not here to satisfy your curiosity. Besides, you don't really want to hear about me. We're talking ancient history. Probably... Oh, fine. Haven't you? Yes, I was an adventurer. Happy now? I wasn't even done with my Jedi training back then. Sound familiar? The Council was never happy with willful, brash Jolie. Don't look at me like that, damn it. I wasn't always the wrinkled coot I am now, you know. At the time, the Yukata system was interdicted by its own king. He preferred to keep his people. The Senate was trying to negotiate a peace. But they were getting... I found myself a ship and a partner. And we... Oh, it was. I was a half-decent pilot in those days. Pilot, smuggler, several other things too. Well, we didn't buy all the equipment per se. Some were happy to donate goods. Some we just... stole is such a harsh word. They would have donated those goods readily enough. We only got caught once. A lone Yukatish frigate shot us down and forced a crash. Well, as it happens, getting shot down... Well, that... You know another way to get a wife? If it's all the same to you, I prefer...
How can I help? You've been patient with me, haven't you? I suppose you deserve it. With all my training, I should be able to control myself better than this. I find myself watching you when I don't need to. I'm thinking about you when I don't want to. Every time I try to call on all my teachings to calm myself, they fail me. You have such power, such passion. The Force is a part of you, as is your power. But that's not what attracted me to you. It's more than that. Maybe if I could, I would return to Dantooine. I need to be away from this bond of ours. I need to weaken it. I need to be... But Malak must be stopped. My own feelings are nothing when compared to that. Yet I know this could affect the sake of our mission. What I've been trying to tell you is that I've reached a decision. But this is not the proper place for this discussion. We can talk about this the next time we return. How can I help?
Got something.
You've returned. I was beginning to fear that you too might have been lost. Something was down there? It's horrible. The entire operation wasted by a disaster. What has happened to the facility? No, that is terrible. That will set our work back years. While I am glad that you were able to solve our problems, but you have done your job and helped us in our time of need. Oh, and did you... As you can see, by helping us, you helped yourself. Perhaps... Greetings once again. I trust you have been... Should the Selkath obtain proof of what occurred down there, the consequences for the Republic would be... Truth be told, I'm uncomfortable even with us being seen. Then I shall wish you good...
How can I help?
Got something on.
What can I do?
Yes?
What can I do?
Sure.
Yeah, what do you want?
I don't have as many strange stories like the last one I told you. In one battle above the world of Althir, my unit managed to defeat a force of Althiri 10 times. For 5 days, they had managed to hold off our forces, keeping us to the outer rings of the... My task was to assault one of their flanks with a false attack. Once they had surrounded those units, the bulk of my forces would... Things didn't go as I had planned. I saw an opening. While fending off our main force, they had let their fleet split in two. I turned my forces and assaulted the center of their fleet, decimating them. Their slow, ponderous ship could not turn to face us without being overwhelmed. It was amusing to watch the surviving ships scatter and flee. Several even tried to... They were shredded by the rings or crashed into rocks. Warriors do not flee from a battle if they are losing. They fight to... Another time, maybe, I'll tell you about how the war with the Republic... Is there something... Yeah, what do you... I think I'll tell you a bit about the one where Jedi Revan. We started by conquering worlds outside the Republic. We did it when we finally did hit the Republic worlds. We came in through 3 invasion corridors in adjacent sectors. Anyone who put up a fight, or wouldn't fight. I don't particularly enjoy wiping out worlds for its own... Hiding in the homes of civilians, using families as shields. They underestimated our resolve, and what measures are acceptable in war. If annihilating a city is the kind of power it takes to overwhelm a republic... I have no time or patience for cowards. There was no honor in wiping them out like rats. Later, when Revan had joined the war. But is there something else? Yeah, what do you...
Got something? I don't. Yes, you do. You may mean well enough, but my private affair... Let me tell you something. Once you've lived as many years as... If you're lucky, most of them will be good. If you're not, some will be bad. If you're real, you'll go far away to a place that doesn't hold any memories at all. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been in love? Truly in... Exactly. You're still at the beginning of your life. There will be women in your life. Perhaps many women. The Jedi, with their damnable sense of over-caution, would tell you love is something to avoid. Thankfully, Love doesn't lead to the dark side. Passion can lead to rage and fear, and controlling your passions while being in love, that's what they should teach you to be. Listen to me go on as if I had all the answers. What do I... You do you? I wouldn't listen too closely. I'm no authority on anything. I just think that the greatest things in love causes pain, certainly. Inevitably, love is going to lead to as much sorrow and regret. And how do you deal with the bad part of love is what determines your character. I haven't changed my mind. I'm still not going to talk about it. You go, I'll tell you one thing. Sometimes, no matter how hard you... The trick is to know when that is. To know when it's time to fight. There I go, waxing philosophical again. Somebody... got some...
Yes. I was... No, it's all right. It was a horrible place. Living for years in a place with no sun, living off the trash dropped from the upper... My family and I struggled each and every taxes from the corrupt government, more... With no money to spare for any amenity. And of course, there was the constant bigotry, and every once in a while, a rich human would come down through the lower levels. But I have come to meet many decent humans in my... The Jedi who encouraged me to join the Order.
The one who... I am sorry. Sometimes I curse the day my parents fled to Another story for another time. How may I... What is... I have been doing well, I suppose. Do not mistake me. It is just that... We have been traveling together since Dantooine, but I know... Humility. Your job. I am sorry if I am making you uncomfortable. I greatly appreciate you, besides the... Taras. I am sorry. A life in the army. Not my career of choice, though. But I have heard that it appeals to me. That is what we as Jedi seem to be called upon to do. But again, I seem to be... I have been thinking of how far I had fallen. But I have so little to show. When I could... That I had so easily fallen to the dark side. For my pride. My hubris. For the inner rage. I am sorry. I start to talk, thinking about how you stay strong to the path the Council would be proud to... How may I be of... What is it? Well, I mentioned before that in the early days of the Cathar was there, yes. My people had they sought to test themselves against us, I think. Test themselves by... They swooped down from space, across the world, firing at anything that moved. We did resist. But in the end... We were not members of the Republic. Our interstellar communications were the first things the Mandalorians... We knew what was coming. We had fought the Mandalorians in the First War. The most we could do was pack the few of our people who survived onto what few... Most did not make it. My parents carried me as a... They fled as far as they were able, and... But Taras was a horrible choice. Dominated by humans. My father turned to Stim, but we are warriors. It runs through our blood. And when he was on Stims, so he would get into... Killed by a man who provoked... I am so... How may I be... What is it?
Yes, what's...
How can I help? Yes, I promised you an answer when we reached the Ebon Hawk, didn't I? You're stronger than I am, and there's no point in telling me otherwise. In some ways you make me feel weak, like I'm caught up in the wake of our destiny. But at the same time, I realize now these feelings are part of the bond we share. The Jedi Council sure, by facing and overcoming my feelings for you, I've learned a valuable lesson about control. I'm sorry if this is not what you wanted to hear, but I felt that it was important you know our infatuation was nothing. You're the one who can't face the truth. Malak has to be stopped. How can I do that? You mean it, don't you? But how can I be sure you're not making a mistake? But I can't. Who am I? We shouldn't have done that. It was wrong. The Jedi are... It was a moment of weakness. When I kissed you, I know we both wanted it, but we shouldn't have given in to our desire. We're Jedi. We can't act like this. I'm sorry. I don't blame you, but it was a mistake.
How may I...
Calo Nord is dead, Lord Malak. He has failed in his mission. Forgive me.
The penalty for failure is death, Admiral Kareth. But the failure was Calo's, not yours. You may rise.
Shall I hire another bounty hunter, Lord Malak?
No mere bounty hunter can stand against a Jedi. I shall not make the same mistake again. My apprentice, Darth Bandon, shall take care of our young Jedi friend. Find Bastila and bring her to me, alive, if possible.
As you command, Master.
How can I help? We've already been over this. We need to stay focused on stopping Darth Malak. And I want the others to stay focused. So until our mission is over, we need to act with discretion. We shouldn't... How can I help?
Yes, what's... You got...
How may I... Of course...
Carth Onesi, is that...
Jordo? I was. I
That's pretty. Must have something to do with your friend. Sure am. We joined the militia together.
So what are you doing here, Jordo? Last time I saw...
Yeah, it's a shame about home. I didn't see you after... what I mean is...
My boy.
Yes, of course. I saw him at my last stop on Korriban.
No. Jordo, Dustel's been missing.
Yeah, I'd recognize Dustel and...
What do you mean he's joined this?
There's an academy for the Sith on Korriban. He's a student there.
No, I didn't.
Sure, no...
Dustel is alive. Thank you. I just have to see. All this time I thought he was...
Yikukuno no... Chigra tu ka chiku. Jedaba the one ni dibobo. Jan shak pulara. Umrao cheese gaduchi. Runda di hotonga.
Achuta. Ronda di hotonga kun hanka.
Muchashaka.
Tolpa da bongwale ganduna gugu chuchu.
Kipuna.
Takum justach mi.
Tong abuk shamino. Tong ki ba non silimo wanga kunbiki.
Tong haitwam jiji jumblumpa. Nitapoe.
Yeah, what are you...
Mission, is that you? It's me, Lena.
Lena? What are you doing?
I'm just passing through. Griff and I broke up a few months after we left Terrace together. Probably for the best.
Don't you start trashing my brother, you cantina rat. Take that back or I'll smack you so hard your head tail...
Mission, what's wrong? You've got your facts a little backwards. Mission could have come with us if she...
You liar! Griff told me that you didn't want his...
Is that what the hut spawn told you? I wanted you to come with us, Mission. I even offered to pay for your ticket. Why not? I paid... But he told me you didn't want to leave Terrace. I said we shouldn't even go then. But he said we'd come back and get you after we struck...
No, you're the one who's lying!
Think about it. If Griff wasn't trying to ditch you, Mission, then why didn't he... After we left Terrace, he told me looking after you was holding him back. Griff's always looking to blame other people for his own problems. He did the same thing to me, too. As soon as I ran out of money, he started blaming me for all of his problems. Hey, if you want to talk to Griff, go ahead. Last I heard, he was going to make a...
Griff's better off without...
I guess that's my cue to leave, then. I didn't mean to upset you, Mission. But one day you'll see I'm right about your brother.
Yeah, what are you...
I took the loss of my... But I must. I was much too attached to my droid. It was all that was left of my husband, but I went too far. I could not see what was missing in living a normal life. Samt and I got to talking, and, well, we have a lot in common. But I think we should be going now. We have so much more to talk. Goodbye. How can I help?